I mean, your eyes and the teeth. You're not really supposed to do that, are you?
Not if I can avoid it. No.
Holly's sister, Lily.
Do you even give a shit about us? The strays.
That's why you can't tell me anything. It's the ribbon, isn't it?
We're destroying the tree. No!
No, we're not.
We're not burning the tree, Snow.
Hey, you're not really gonna send me to the farm, are you?
I'm glad I made the
Look,
choices that I did.
Maybe a few will get sent up, but you're my friend, Colin. I wouldn't do that to you.
Oh God, Bigby!
This time was no joke.
I
Eat as
blame
many
all the
metal
wrong
shellings
things
as you
that
see
happened
fit, but
on
take just
Snow.
one more silver round near your heart, and the only place I'll be visiting you is the morgue.
Bigby, wait.
I'm gonna be
When you
honest,
get the
I think
crooked
that
man,
in most things I've
make
seen
sure
with
you
Snow
bring him
White,
back alive.
she has
He
just
has to
annoyed
stand
me.
trial.
Like,
Why don't you have a seat, Sheriff?
she was annoying in,
Good deal to
what was it?
discuss.
That show, Once Upon a Time. She's annoying in this. And I think she was also annoying to me in The Sisters Grimm. It's a book series written by... One moment. It's a book series written by Michael Buckley. It's one that I would definitely recommend. It's a good little book series. It's 9 books, and they're all pretty good in length. I think maybe like 200 or 300 pages each. But yeah, that's a good book series. So if you want to read it, I would recommend it. I know that myself and a few of my siblings read a lot of them when we were younger. I don't think we all read
You've
them
come a long
all,
way.
but
You must be tired.
what was that shaking about?
And if my envoys are correct, you haven't had a lot of rest recently. Please, Sheriff, relax for a moment, will you? Do you want a drink? Something to eat? Vivian makes a very nice, it's elegant. Really a carpaccio. It's lobster, sirloin.
You know what?
Got a scotch?
Only Tennessee whiskey, unfortunately. What do you think you're doing?
He's gonna...
Mr. Wolf is our guest, and I have every intention of cooperating. So don't waste the silver. Sit down, Jersey.
I'm gonna what? If I was gonna
Well,
do
Sheriff,
something, I would have done it by now.
For the sake of transparency, why don't you tell us why you're here? It would help settle everyone's nerves, I think.
You're destroying this town. You've been doing it for ages.
Destroying this town? What on earth do you mean?
What the hell do you think I mean? Slavery? Kidnapping? Extortion? Murder? What would you call the wholesale corruption of Fabletown?
I would call it the baseless accusation of a desperate sheriff. How are you certain this isn't some conspiracy against me? I'm a well-connected man, well-moneyed. People do like to take their shots at me.
Who would try to pull that on you?
Oh, I don't know. Fables with a grudge. People who want a stake in my shops and services. But I can understand the confusion, and I'm truly sorry about the trouble all this has caused you. And I hope you believe me when I say, Sheriff, that I sincerely mean to make it up to you. The recent murders that have gotten such attention as of late, I don't relish telling you that they were perpetrated by an employee of
And
mine.
which
It's a
employee
very
was that?
unfortunate bit of business, but I promise you that the matter will be dealt with internally. I just want to settle the issue for you, and to assure you that it's over with.
I already know who did it.
Forgive me, Sheriff, for doubting your acumen, but who do you think committed these crimes?
Bloody Mary.
It's been a long couple of days for you.
It was Mary.
No, Sheriff, I'm afraid you're mistaken. I have complete respect for you and your job, I really do, but I'm sorry. I simply can't.
Hold on. You know what? I'm going to spoil this for myself, and I'm going to look it up, because I don't believe that. It was either him, her, or Georgie Porgy. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. I was right. It was Georgie Porgy. I messed up. I hate this. I'm redoing it, guys. I don't like being wrong. And I was wrong. I'll admit that. I don't like it though.
You've come a long way. You must be tired.
Why did it shake like that?
And if my envoys are correct, you haven't had a lot of rest recently.
And who are your envoys? Your snitches,
Please,
as it were.
Sheriff, relax for a moment, will you? Do you want a drink? Something to eat? Vivian makes a very nice, it's elegant. Really a carpaccio. It's lobster, sirloin.
Got a scotch?
Lobster
Only Tennessee
sirloin?
whiskey, unfortunately.
I didn't know that lobsters had a sirloin.
What do you think you're doing?
He's gonna.
Mr. Wolf is our guest, and I have
What am I
every
gonna?
intention of cooperating.
Huh, buddy?
So don't waste the silver.
What am I gonna?
Sit down, Jersey.
I didn't want to fight you in the
Well,
first
Sheriff,
place.
For the sake of
You brought it
transparency,
upon yourself.
why don't you tell us why you're here? It would help settle everyone's nerves, I think.
You're destroying this town. You've been doing it for ages.
He didn't kill the
Destroying
women,
this
and I don't think
What
he
on
was the one that tried to
earth
kill
do you
me.
mean?
What the hell do you think I mean? Slavery, kidnapping, extortion, murder? What would you call the wholesale corruption of Fabletown?
I would call it the baseless accusation of a desperate sheriff. How are you certain this isn't some conspiracy against me? I'm a well-connected man, well-moneyed. People do like to take their shots at me.
Who would try to pull that on you?
Oh, I don't know. Fables with a grudge. People who want to stay.
Yo, that cheese looks delectable.
Services.
I wonder what
I can
kind of
understand
cheese
the
it is.
confusion, and I'm truly sorry about the trouble all this has caused you. And I hope you believe me when I say, Sheriff, that
Oh,
I
no trouble at all, you
sincerely want to
know,
make it
being
up to you.
shot
The recent murders
and
that have
stabbed
gotten
and
such
having my
attention
arm
as of
broken,
late,
that's nothing.
I don't relish telling you that they were perpetrated by an employee of mine. It's a very unfortunate bit of business, but I promise you that the
I
matter
honestly
will be
didn't
dealt with
expect Georgie to be
internally.
here. Didn't
I just
expect
want
him
to
to
settle
be
the
under
issue
the
for you.
employ of
I already know who did it.
Forgive me,
of
Sheriff, for doubting your acumen.
Crooked Man.
But who do you think committed these crimes? It's been a long couple of days for you.
It was Georgie, all right?
Well done, Sheriff. I'm sorry I doubted you. However, like I said, I'd be handling the matter if you don't mind.
Yeah, I killed him, so what? Get your hands off me!
Look,
It wasn't
the fact
hands, it
is,
was one hand.
George here misinterpreted one of my instructions.
Misinterpreted?
And I want to make things right. So, let's work something out.
What's there to work out? I'm protected, aren't I?
Your protection has limits, and I think you've far exceeded yours. That you could murder someone in cold blood like that.
You fucking asked me to do this!
And
You
then
told me
attempt
to
to
kill
blame
him!
me for it. You will be silent while we discuss what to do with you.
This is right bollocks, sis! You're just gonna let him do this?
So what do you say, Sheriff? Can we discuss terms? You can have Georgie. Consider it a gift, ensuring our continued cooperation.
What the hell?
Take this fucker. Take all of them. I didn't fucking start this.
Any trouble, Georgie.
Are you seriously throwing me under the fucking carriage?
All right, let's talk.
You can't just hand me over. What the fuck is this shit? You said you'd cover for us.
For minor infractions, not murder.
Just go with him, Georgie. You're gonna sink us all.
What's wrong with you people? You're really gonna sell him out just like
You
that?
think I give a fuck if I'm the one? Who the shit do you think you fuckers
Just
are?
surrender.
Get the fuck out of
I do apologize, Sheriff, but I think it's best if you leave now.
There's no way I'm going with him. Are you kidding me?
Things are about to get unpleasant, and I would rather you weren't here to watch.
You can go join that whore at the bottom of the lake for all I give a shit. But he's not taking me anywhere. I'll roll over on the lot of you before I let that shit happen.
I'm not going anywhere.
This could have gone so well. To speak the truth, I've never been a very good mediator. Why negotiate when you can just decide?
Really? This is what we're gonna do, huh?
Did I miss anything good? Well, look at you, all fixed up.
Really? Jersey, this is what you want to do?
Take this!
You're done, Wolf.
Come on, we're pretty much done here.
I'd like to say it was nice knowing you, but I'll be glad to see your insides turned out.
Oh, damn. That's what he gets.
Oh god.
This way.
Ah. All right.
Oh, shit.
I know.
Go for it. Get him. Yeah! Yes! This is awesome. There he is. Dude, this is so awesome. This game is great.
Fuck! What was that?
Wait. I didn't realize.
Take him off!
I can't.
What?
Gun it!
Are you sure?
Do it!
He's not moving.
Keep going!
Come on.
Right. Fuck it.
Yep, grab some clothes. I think it's cool. I think it's cool that he can control his transformations like that.
Holy shit.
Well, Georgie.
Come on. We can't stay here.
Hang on. I need a minute.
Okay.
You didn't think you were gonna get away that easily, did you?
Shit. Hello, Bigby.
Yep. That's right.
I hoped you'd come to your senses. Crooked Man's the one you want. But of course, you're too much of an idiot to see that. Or maybe you just like me too much to let me go.
I'm taking you in, Georgie. Let's go.
You gonna carry me?
Please, Sheriff. Haven't you done enough? Look at him. He's dying.
Get out of the way. Now.
No. It isn't his fault.
He's a murderer. Faith and Lily, he's the reason they're dead.
Look, I know he made a few mistakes. We all have.
What?
He made sure they couldn't talk with those damn ribbons, and then he killed them. You're wearing one yourself. Doesn't that bother you even a little, knowing that man murdered—
Of course it does. Those girls—
So it's all my fucking fault then?
I
You
didn't
fucking—
mean—
You're gonna throw me to the fucking wolf too? You know I didn't have a goddamn choice. What the fuck? Ugh. I did what I had to! You can't fucking blame me for that.
Look,
Sometimes you just have to do what you're told.
Why'd you do it then, huh? If it's not your fault, then what the fuck happened?
Look, Faith and the others tried to pull a run on us. And as you can imagine, the Crooked Man wasn't too thrilled. But of course, the big boss didn't want to get his fucking hands dirty. So he told me to take care of it. You think I don't know what that means? Either I do what he says or I'm the one getting dealt with. So I fucking killed him. And I'd do it again. 'Cause it's not my fault. The Crooked Man gave the order. He told me to kill them. And then he fucking sold me out.
You're still the one who pulled the trigger. Nobody held your hand and made you go through with it.
Fine. Believe what you want. I can tell you've made up your mind. Doesn't matter if it's fucking true or not. Go ahead and arrest me then.
Coming in.
But it won't bring back Lily or Faith. It won't free your friend Narissa. And I'm just the sap taking the fall for the whole thing. It must be so easy being you. Just come in here and blame me for all this shit. Job's done, right? George is the bad guy. It's all his fucking fault.
The job's not finished. Once I get the Crooked Man, it will be.
But what was I supposed to do? You don't know what it's like, Bigby.
Coming with.
How could you know?
You could have done anything else. You could have let them go. You could have freed Faith and Lily from those fucking ribbons instead of murdering them.
1 second, everyone. I
You
just
don't know
missed a
what the
call,
fuck you're
so
talking
I'm
about.
gonna
If I freed
call
them...
that person back. Be right back. Well, they didn't want to answer the call, so if they call again, I'm not answering. I'm not gonna keep playing that game, but let's get into it.
Eat them. What would you have me do? Kill her?
Georgie, don't.
It was them or Vivian. So you tell me, if freeing Lily meant she had to die, do you still think I had a fucking choice?
What are you doing?
Wait, how is she involved in all this?
This is the original. The girl with the ribbon. I'm sure you've heard the stories. Couldn't take it
The
off.
one whose
couldn't
head
talk about it.
gets,
she used her little purple ribbon
decapitated?
to make more of them. To keep our girls quiet. To ensure absolute discretion.
You promised you wouldn't.
So it's the same.
All that magic is connected to this
Take the
little
ribbon
thing.
off her
You remove hers,
head and
the spell's broken. They're all free. But you know what happens to her? The same thing that happened to
she gets
Faith.
decapitated.
So don't you come in here and tell me I fucked up.
What the hell, Georgie? We were supposed to look out for each other. I trusted you.
You can't fucking blame me. You're not innocent here either.
I know that. But did it have to be like this?
How could you do this? I thought you cared about them.
I do. Of course I do. You have to understand. Nobody was supposed to die. When we built this place, it was just a stupid idea. A gimmick. Discretion is our guarantee. That's how it started anyway. This was supposed to be our place. We were gonna be in charge for once, and nobody would try to control us or use us. That was the point. Then the crooked man showed up and everything just turned to shit.
So, do you get it now? Why I couldn't just... If you still think it's so fucking simple, then you do it. Go right ahead. Kill her then.
What are you doing?
Break the spell.
You know what? I don't know what to do. Should I pull it? Should I pull the ribbon? Yeah, I'm gonna.
Save the fucking day.
Stop it.
I told you. Sometimes only a...
1 second. You know what?
Her options are shit.
We'll find another way. She doesn't have to die. Maybe the witches
Don't talk
can...
about me like I'm not even here. Please. You think this is hard for you? My life is such a fucking burden on your conscience. Don't I get a say? It's my life. Like it was either of yours to give up in the first place.
You're right. It's your life.
I know what I've done.
Wait.
I'm sick of everyone thinking
Yep,
that they
she's
can
gonna
just
do it.
what they want with my life. I thought it would be different
And she's
here.
the one that I thought she
But
was.
it's
She's
all
the
the
one where
fucking
she has a
I didn't
ribbon
mean
keeping
to
her head
think
on.
I wanted to be this person. What I did to Faith and Lily. To all of them.
Vivian, wait.
Every day I have to look
No,
Gwen
let
and
her do
Hans
it.
in the eye and pretend I don't care. I have to forget what I've done to them. What I took away from them. I look at Nerissa and I hate myself.
Vivian.
I can't
Good.
pretend anymore.
What are you doing?
Vivian. Don't.
Nah, screw her.
Vivian. No! Fuck! No, 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 no! Why'd you have to
That's
do
why.
that, Vivian? Vivian!
Are you happy now? Is this what you wanted?
Vivian! I didn't fucking mean it. I was just... Oh.
see what the new fable entry says. I thought that's who she was, and I was right. Vivian was the first to bear the curse of the purple ribbon. Removing the ribbon would result in death, and any attempt to talk about it was thwarted by the spell upon it. As time went on, she tried to live a normal life. Eventually, she married a nice man, but he was constantly wondering about the ribbon around her neck. Despite her pleas for him to leave it alone, one night while she was sleeping, he attempted to remove it. As he pulled on the edge of the string, Vivian woke and saw what her husband was doing. In a panic, she pulled away, preventing the ribbon's knot from being undone. Furious, she tried to express the severity of his actions, but her husband was unable to understand. She realized that she couldn't trust him and decided to leave. She lived alone for the rest of her days in the homelands, preferring the safety of isolation to the risk of another betrayal. Yeah, that's who I thought she was. Blah 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 blah. The Crooked Man has slowly built himself into one of the most powerful figures in Fabletown. His operation started with a crooked sixpence and a crooked house, two things he cared about more than his wife or children, whom he killed rather than let them stand in his way. In his rise, the Crooked Man has ensnared many fables in his criminal web, providing them with what they need, but always at a high cost. He is cunning, persuasive, and ruthless. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Resume. That's funny that he has pie on his hand.
Oh, fuck!
Get up. Get
Oh, his
up.
innards are hanging out.
I think so, Bigby.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna die here. I think we both know that. Just make sure you give the Crooked Man the same treatment when you find him. Really fuck him up for me, alright? For both of us.
Why do you care? Shouldn't you be more worried about yourself here?
Just wanted a nice image to part on. Old foundry by the river, alright? Shepherd Metalworks.
Oh, thank you.
He'll be there. Fucking asshole. You wanna finish me off now? Or do you plan to kick me around a little first? Rip my limbs off one by one? That's what you want to do, right?
That's not who I am.
Prove it then. No more games, all right? We both know how this ends. Just make it quick.
I guess the humane thing to do would be to kill him.
All right, Georgie.
I really didn't want to. I'm gonna be real with you. Morgana. That's interesting. Morgan Le Fay. I'll be right back, guys. I got something to take care of real quick. Well, I felt that was a good pause point for me to do something real quick, so. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even realize that was his.
Here, all right.
When I jumped down onto the vehicle. Honestly, I'm kind of glad. Because it's not like I would have gone to Georgie's after this.
Of course. So this is where they've been sending these.
Well, it doesn't tell me what all was in them. I can see that they're expecting me. The foundry.
Bigby Wolf.
I hate this hoe so
Big
much.
Bad Wolf.
Damn, I don't like her. I really don't.
You
She
used to
pissed
be
me
something.
off. They were spying on me. Oh.
They used to fear you. They'd hide anywhere their small shivering bodies would fit.
Oh, why are the controls so weird?
Silver.
She's been preparing specifically for me. I knew it. She came out of the silver.
It's about time you showed up.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Ah, Bigby. I see you've made it here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me.
Oh yeah, I'm more than capable.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Don't call me dear,
Get
but I
out of
will
my
find
way
you when I'm done.
now. Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
I'm sure you'll persuade him.
Wow.
Oh, come
What a
on!
man. Stealing punches while my back is turned? Didn't your mother ever teach you to fight proper?
Always disappearing into mirrors and reflective surfaces. Does she come out of the chains? What? What's next? What? I didn't see that coming. That was a very quick time event. That's what that was. Alright, I'll be ready this time. Oh, I was not ready. I was ready. I was ready. I've been pressing them.
Come out and face me!
Ew. Gross. Put some clothes on you, Lord. That's slightly terrifying. I'm fully turned. Jeez. I can't tell if she's injured or just designed to look like that. Ew. I'm sorry, what are these quick time events for if I can't dodge? Like, what is even going on in this? Oh my god. Oh man. Now that is sick. Oh, I didn't expect it to be that awesome. I thought that the werewolf was like his final form, but man, that's awesome. Dude. You know, when they said big bad, I didn't expect it to be that big. That's her real story. It's gotta be. No, it's not. Damn. He's firing up his atomic breath. Yeah. I mean, that's a real form. Ew. Oh, I'm glad he got it before she got his eye. That wasn't actually her. There's no way that was actually her. Book of Fables. Dude, that's a sick final form, I'm not gonna lie. The big bad wolf, Bigby's true form. Bigby's true form is that of a giant 8-foot tall wolf. In addition to his iconic huff and puff power, he has also inherited other abilities from his father, the North Wind. For example, Bigby is able to hold his breath for an abnormally long amount of time, making it impossible for him to drown. Bloody Mary began working for the Crooked Men many centuries ago. He promised her freedom to do as she pleased as long as she agreed to act as his personal bodyguard and hitman. Because of the Crooked Man's power and influence, geez, English hard, words hard. Mary never had to worry about getting caught by the authorities. She enjoys her job immensely and would defend the Crooked Man to death, mostly because she finds it fun. Wait, what did I miss? Hold on. It says there's more. Oh, look at that. The pudding and pie. Okay. We already heard about that, so don't really care. Yeah, Bigby is a badass.
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds 6... I won't miss next time. Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want.
You sure about that?
Yes, I'm quite sure. You will bring me back alive.
I don't know.
All I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial.
The whole town will be calling for your execution. Why would you want me to bring you back there?
Why don't you let me worry about that? Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny. Coming from a
Except
guy
for you
pulling
trying to
a
kill
gun
me.
at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
If you're not a killer, then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. And I don't think I'm being unreasonable. If you decide to do something stupid, like
Brother,
murder,
this is hard.
you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero?
This is about protecting Fabletown. When some asshole murders two of our people, it's my job to bring them down.
Then why are you here? You know who murdered them. Georgie. He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle. You know, I'm actually looking forward to seeing Miss White again.
God, if there was anyone watching this right now while I am streaming this, I would ask, hey, what do you think I should do? But I hate having to keep this on my conscience. Honestly, though, I think I know what I have to do.
My previous...
No, I don't. I don't know what I have to do. Okay. Alright. So, hear me out. Yes. If I did bring him in, that would be the right way of doing things. I would look good in people's eyes because I'm doing it by the book. Snow White would be so happy. But if I killed him right here, do you know how many fables would benefit from him dying? I mean, Beauty and Beast would be okay. Their loan gone, their debt gone. But then again, that was their own fault. They must have known what they were getting into when they got a loan from the Crooked Man. And he is doing highly illegal things. But how would it be modern justice if I just killed him right here?
His interactions with her have gone rather well.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say?
I do mind.
Hey! I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
I don't appreciate that talk. Yeah,
You're under
I'm taking
arrest.
you in.
You'll be given a trial
Don't
in
say
front
that.
of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
Why would you put his hands in front of him?
I know. But we have to do something. Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
It's nothing. I'm fine.
I guess you've been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know... I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
How could
What do you have to say for
Where
yourself?
the fuck do you get off?
Poor
You think
girls.
you have the right to
And what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone? Can I have your attention?
I mean, that's a
Thank
trial
you all
of
for
his
coming here
peers,
on such short
right?
notice. I know normally
Throw him down
we'd
the well.
schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What?
You
It
gave
was
the order.
Georgie?
Georgie may have killed them,
Oh.
but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Georgie
Yes,
died.
Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not. Well, where is he?
I killed him. He's dead.
He's... what?
Dead.
So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White.
Fine, go right ahead.
Wait, that's not how this works. After the rest of your crimes are read through, then you will have an opportunity to defend yourself, but only then.
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
Yes, thank you. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're
Come on,
involved.
it's obvious.
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk, well go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government, and most importantly, its citizens. These charges,
We know he's
if
not
proven,
innocent.
are enough to justify death, upon
So,
which your
yeah.
body will be committed to the witching
Where it
ground.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're really going
This
to let
is
him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of
She's
this town,
right.
we have to start
She's
doing
right. As
things
much
correctly.
as I hate to say it,
no
she's
more
right.
snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes.
I
But
hate
he
sob
was
stories, I'm
acting
not gonna
on my behalf
lie.
when-
Like, oh, my parents, it kills me, but they love watching The Voice and American Idol and all those BS reality TV shows that involve talent, and that goes for America's Got Talent too. And I just hate them. I absolutely despise those shows. And the reason being is that every freaking contestant has a sob story, and for some reason that just pulls on their heartstrings, on the judge's heartstrings, and it gets them a pass. And I hate that. It is the worst. It is a crutch. Listen, you might have a sob story, but so does everyone else. Everyone else in this world has something wrong going on in their life. You are not the only one. So stop making that a crutch. Stop using that to get along in life. I hate it when people use that kind of thing to, just you know what I mean? It's so annoying, and it gets on my nerves so much, and I hate those shows for it. They're enabling. And well, that's my piece.
When he killed those women, it was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby, when you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I've protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people, use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all in
You
line.
forget it was not me who put you in that position. You all
I
act like
did
I'm
say
some
that
kind of
earlier.
Tyrant.
I said that earlier,
Your
but
government abandoned you, left you poor and
I'm not
helpless,
saying
sniveling on street
it's
corners. I
justified.
was there to look out for you.
Yes, but...
Wasn't I?
You're the fucking problem here, not us.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
She wanted my tree destroyed, but Bigby refused.
What?
You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
I know. Snow made a mistake.
I had very good reasons for asking you to do that. She was working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the Crooked Man.
We've
No,
made
just
some
own
mistakes.
up to it.
I've made some mistakes.
Thank you.
But believe
Thank
me,
you.
I truly
Thank you.
want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can.
Things haven't been great for a while now, but we'll do better at protecting you. From people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
We're not gonna tolerate this shit anymore. The debts are wiped. His business is closed. He's done.
They're right.
I hope that was the right.
You're all
yes,
still afraid
yes,
of him,
that was the
even
right
now.
thing to say.
But you needn't be.
Oh,
His
come on,
contamination of this
please.
town is over. And those girls will have their justice.
Oh, this is the good ending.
Very
Please.
good. Very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such...
Hold on. I feel like there might be someone that heard that confession. Someone that was wearing a ribbon. And I'm not talking about Vivian. I'm talking about the Little Mermaid herself. Mayhaps she was in the back room when she heard what was going on.
Carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke, especially given Bigby's history.
Please, Narissa, come out of nowhere.
Snow?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town?
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just need...
Of course it's right. This man tormented all of you, for profit! Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did, because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course! Where are you going with this?
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated the poor woodsman when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
Snow had nothing to do with it. We all thought she was dead.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for mine.
This is completely different.
I did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
This isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them to.
Bluebeard, please.
What's that supposed to mean?
Everyone just shut the fuck up.
I mean, a certain level of privilege should be afforded to...
To who?
This is how it's always been.
Yes. See, this is exactly to what I'm speaking. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children?
Damn it, you know, I really
stupid to
thought
command
that I
your
had
own
it
destiny?
under control.
Without me, who will
I don't
pay
think
your
I do
rent when you're
anymore.
on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby? Miss White!
Thank you! Finally, it took you long enough to show up.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to
It
catch
took
your breath?
long enough.
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
She has something to say, and we're gonna listen. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
I'm so
I
glad it all
found
worked
Vivian's
out.
Did you kill her?
Yes!
Did he?
Sheriff, this is
No, he
highly
didn't.
irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa. My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it.
Oh
Faith
my
and
God.
Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me. And
I'm
now
gonna let her go
I
on.
can finally say, you're an asshole.
I'm not even gonna
And I
interrupt
hope you
her.
rot at the bottom of the witching well for what you did.
Nerissa, you heard him. You witnessed this?
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me?
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
Nah, that's too fucking
go.
easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone
That
again.
wouldn't be any different from
How
killing
can we be
him.
sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough bloodshed
So we
already?
get rid of
Too
him.
dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up!
I say we put it to
Clearly,
a vote.
we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision. Who?
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right.
Yes.
Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
No. Oh no. Oh no. I didn't want to do this. I would have been way better with it being like a vote and I was the like last choice, but oh man. You know what? I know exactly what I want to do now. Okay.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your
Okay.
call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is
I
right.
didn't want to do. I didn't want to be the final call, but
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We
die.
can lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Not this way.
oh, I didn't even get to choose.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
Finish it, Sheriff.
Please, we can still.
End it already.
You know, just between us, I was gonna let you live. But now...
You're going to miss me.
Man.
I won't.
For Lily. And Faith.
Yes. Another one of us to erase from the books.
Wow. After the game is done, I'm going to do one more thing about that. Man, that was messed up. That whole
Hey,
thing.
Sheriff.
Oh.
Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
This fucking line.
Oh, Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Wait. What's going on? What did I miss? Okay. When a criminal is captured in Fabletown, the traditional procedure is load him and blah blah blah. Okay. Yo, where has Old King Cole been this whole game? Damn.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
Yo, what's up at the penthouse? Is that Bluebeard's room? Must be a nice little penthouse, I'm just saying.
I'm going! Jesus!
I thought I helped Toad.
Carry me, for fuck's sake! I don't give a shit! You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit! Just go grab that, would you? Sorry about all this. I tried to help. Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'd get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway. I told her I had the money, but she didn't want to hear it.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby, I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her?
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
The people in their sleep, or the ogres eat them in the ogres' sleep?
Well, we don't have a choice anymore. Don't worry. You'll be a lot safer there. There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Mundy seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves. So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr.
I
Wolf.
really did everything I could to help you guys.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig? I don't know. He, must have run off. Bullshit.
I don't give a crap, Toad. You're being a dick, dude. Alright. We've spent years wandering through Europe. Yo, that is so cool. I was wondering how I was wondering how Bigby was able to do it this whole game, but that's actually really awesome. I really tried to do what I could to help them. I guess it just wasn't enough. Okay.
Saying goodbye?
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
Let me help.
Bigby, I know you're trying to help, but this is just something I need to do on my own. Okay? Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
Narissa, what did you do?
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us.
She snitched and
I didn't want anyone to die over a picture. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God. I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
So you think that makes it okay to lie?
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after...
Listen, I'm
that
not...
night after Faith.
I'm not mad about
I
it, I'm
tried
just
to
saying.
warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her.
So, that piece of fabric I found near there, that was you?
Yeah. I cut my leg trying to get over the fence.
So you started all this?
I just...
Wow, this is
pointed
wild.
in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade. Like we never
This
existed.
revelation is blowing my mind.
I couldn't
I'm not
watch
gonna
that
lie.
happen to Faith. Or Lily. Nobody cares about us.
It's going to be different now, I promise. Things like that won't happen anymore.
Not while I'm around.
You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her. Or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel
Right.
that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just different.
Huh. Things are always different.
I'm gonna be honest.
Look, Bigby.
I feel for Bigby. That's my
After
boy.
everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
Man.
You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
Why did it have that weird
I need to tell
the
you
musical
I have
sting?
to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too.
Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for.
He's
I'll
gonna
see you
lose her.
around. Wolf.
Was it her the entire time? Wait. Wait, what? What was that? What does that mean? Hold on, I gotta look this up. I'm not okay with a cliffhanger, personally. You know, there's a second one in the works right now. I don't know if it's gonna be a continuation of this or not, because I haven't really read the comics, but I'm looking this up. Special stats. Okay. Okay, what does the end of The Wolf Among Us mean? Wait, what? Okay, alright, so I'm reading it right now. There are a bunch of theories. Okay. It says, the cryptic finale to The Wolf Among Us explained, the internet's two best guesses, and one crazy one. I'm not gonna read that first part. Narissa was Faith, theory one. Before we get into specifics, here's a reminder on one of The Wolf Among Us most confusion. Inducing plot elements, glamours. These are spells that let fables appear in different forms, and they feature heavily throughout the series. Fabletown law requires all non-humanoid residents to buy some magic so that the outside world doesn't notice all the giant toads and talking pigs wandering around the neighborhood. Glamours make things complicated because you're not really sure who is whom, as when Bigby, and everyone else really, mistakes Holly's body for Snow White's because it was all magicked up. So this theory claims that the Narissa we'd been talking to the entire time was actually Faith, using a glamour to look like the ex-Little Mermaid. What does this mean, though? It means that Faith doesn't die in episode 1, Narissa does. In this case, we have an extra crazy making double glamour situation in which Georgie means to murder Faith but accidentally kills Narissa instead. Because she's under the enchantment, possibly because she was covering up one of Faith's work shifts at the strip club, prostitution agency, the Pudding and Pie. And then the real Faith had to disguise herself as the now dead Narissa to cover her tracks and keep from getting murdered herself. Murderated. Weird. Citing Dr. Swinehart's needs to... This thread from the Telltale forums lay it all out. Citing Dr. Swinehart's need to run additional tests on the remains and the magic mirror's inability to locate Faith as evidence of some enchanted shenanigans going on. An unglamored head is just a head. This player reasons, and Swinehart would have no need of further testing otherwise. And if Faith is still alive, the spell binding her to secrecy and discretion in her CD work would still be active, and this would extend to the mirror's ability to locate her. At the same time, however, Swinehart's tests could also have been to reason out the cause of death, since magical decapitation ribbon is probably not in a medical textbook on any plane of existence. And check this out, Faith comes from the story of Donkey Skin, which is about a beautiful princess who disguises herself as a gross donkey lady to escape from her father. In the story, this was because he wanted to marry her, but you can maybe see the parallel other than that. In this case, wow, I got a lisp right there. In this case, Faith is disguising herself as Narissa to break free of the crooked man. This correlation is kind of mean to Narissa, though. I thought she was pretty. Theory 2. Faith was Narissa. So the two theories are that they switched. This version of events says that the Faith we meet at the beginning of the series isn't her at all. It is in fact Narissa under glamour in an attempt to call Bigby's attention to the nefarious dealings going on below Fabletown's already pretty shady surface. What does this mean, though? In this case, Faith is already dead at the beginning of the game, and Narissa, as Faith intentionally starts trouble with the woodsman so that Bigby would show up and start snooping around. She had to disguise herself as the dead woman so that he'd make the connection when he found the head. For this reading, Faith, the title character of the first chapter, and the person from whom all of Bigby's motivation springs, never appears alive the entire game. This interpretation of events also makes a little more sense considering the fact that Narissa intentionally gives herself away at the end. If Narissa is really Faith in disguise, as the first reading says, how much sense does it make to leave Bigby with that loose thread? She's only opening herself up to a bunch of questions from an annoyed werewolf. Meanwhile, if Faith was Narissa, telling Bigby about it doesn't change anything. She was just leading him along the investigation for slightly longer than he thought. And anyway, if her entire goal is to take her life back, how much sense does it make if she has to do it as a completely different person? Blah blah. Honestly, I feel like that one makes the most sense because... So, well, first of all, that being said, Bigby said that she looked familiar, like he knew her before. Okay, I feel like it's more likely because... I feel like it's more likely that it was her because it's more likely that he knew the Little Mermaid than it was that he knew Donkey Girl. I mean, he had no idea who she was. They had to look in the Book of Fables to find out who she was. He had never seen her or her husband, so it makes sense if he got some familiarity out of meeting Faith, and she was in fact Narissa. Alright. Which one is real? Blah, blah, blah. Wait. It said it was a... I thought there were 3 theories. Okay. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was just the 2. I don't know. These people said they sent an email out. I doubt that they will get one. Okay. I'm looking at a Reddit thread now. It says... There's no doubt that Faith is still alive. That is a fact. It's probable that Narissa is dead, but it's not really known. It all comes down to Faith's fable and how they emphasize that both in episode 1 and the end of the game. There are fables that, with all kinds of powers, Bigby took 100 shotgun shells and a silver bullet to the face and he's still alive. Is it really that unbelievable to think that the ending is just a way of looking at Faith's fable? Her fable specifically states that she had a cloak made of donkey skin so she could escape unseen from danger. That is exactly what happened here. She is the actual puppet master of the whole story. That's what makes this ending great. She actually assisted Bigby in helping solve her own murder and to bring the crooked man down. It was her the whole time pulling the strings. I promise you we will never get an answer as to how she physically did it. And it doesn't matter. If there's a season 2, it will not involve this question. The ending 30 seconds with Bigby is what points us in the right direction. Faith's story tells us the rest that we need to know. We can speculate all day how she pulled it off, but we will never know except that she did. Just like we don't need an answer for how Bigby can take all those bullets and then transform into a wolf, because he can. No, that is wrong, okay? It explains how he can take those bullets. Well... yeah, no, it explains that and how he can transform into a wolf. Okay? It said that Snow White cut him with a lycanthropy knife, which apparently lets him transform into a human and a wolf at will. That is explained. It says it in the entry. Okay? And the second one, okay, the second part of that, the part where he can take all those bullets is clearly because he's a massive wolf. Okay? Right? It says that fables are hard to kill. That is shown because both Woody and the Jersey Devil get an axe to the head. So if they can survive an axe to the head without their frontal lobe being absolutely gush, you know, why would Bigby not be able to survive some buckshot, right? Especially if he's a massive ass wolf. Okay? Alright, back to it. Because he can. It's part of his fable, just like escaping is part of Faith's. It all comes full circle with a line that has been repeated multiple times throughout the series in almost every episode. Bigby hears, "I hope you find what you are looking for." Bigby then realizes that he did find what he was looking for. Since episode 1, he has been looking for what happened to Faith. Then he realizes that he's found her and she's walking away. Then you make your decision to chase or let her go. Then the game ends with Faith's line, "See you around, wolf," because she is still alive. Too long didn't read. Faith is alive, there's no disputing it. I guess I should reiterate that it is maybe slightly possible that Narissa is actually Narissa at the end and Bigby is just really reading into it. However, it is so strongly suggested this is not the case. I can live with these two things being open for interpretation, aka no one glamored as anyone, and Bigby really met Faith in Narissa versus him only having met Faith. What I can't deal with is the idea that Narissa was glamored as Faith in episode 1. That makes no sense at all, as I've explained in a few other posts below. And someone said, I've come to realize that the ambiguity of the ending makes it kind of stupid to make statements like, "There's no disputing." I agree. Telltale left it open to give the player one last decision, how they want to view the ending. If TWD and if The Walking Dead and The Wolf Among Us taught us anything, it's that there is no right and wrong answer. And for some reason, yeah, no, the original poster seems to have it in his head that no one is right except for them. Someone said, "I definitely think you're right. Here's how I think it went down. Faith was at the woodsman apartment. Narissa tells her later that night about Georgie. Out of guilt/Faith's anger, Narissa becomes Faith and dies. Faith, glamored as Narissa, leaves Narissa's glamored head on Bigby's doorstep. It wouldn't make sense for Narissa to be at the woodsman place because she had no idea he would act up, and then Bigby would be called by Toad. Narissa become wait, different person. Narissa becomes Faith to placate Faith since Faith thinks Georgie will kill her, but Narissa says he won't." The thing that convinces me it's Faith we met at the apartment is how would Narissa know ahead of time that Woody would beat her, making Toad call Bigby and have Bigby show up in time for them to meet. I believe we did meet Faith, who had really stolen the photo for them as leverage, and Narissa betrayed them out of fear. Out of guilt, perhaps Narissa agreed to take Faith's place, and they switched, or Faith mentioned her plan to get Bigby to help. I don't know. It could even be that Faith switched out of anger, and Narissa was killed before she could tell. However it was done, it's just too much to leave to chance. If it was She didn't have the coat, though. Toad stole it. Someone said that Narissa/Faith is Kaiser Soze. That's hilarious. So funny. Wolf asked the magic mirror in episode 1 to show Faith. How would you explain that? You know what? Someone does make a good point that when the mirror said that his lips were sealed in episode 1, and he couldn't disclose the location of Faith due to, well, it being cloaked from powerful magic, that does make sense that she was alive at that point. And if she was dead, then it wouldn't show her body, right? Why would Narissa pretend to be someone she's not? The whole game. Instead of, it was Faith in the first episode, and then the rest of the game, she disguised Narissa as herself. Put her head on the... Well, now I'm being drawn over to that side. Huh. Okay. Deceased. I didn't take the money. Okay. That's going to be the first thing I do is I'm going to go back to Lawrence and I'm going to stop him. That was okay. I will say this. Great job to the folks at Telltale. The work on this game was great. It was such a good game. I loved it. The art was great. The soundtrack was good, although I can't remember much of it. It didn't stand out as much as other games, but it didn't. It's better than not standing than standing out in a bad way, I would say. The story was great. I'm sure that the comics are even better because if you can make a game that's that good from source material, then it's got to be really good source material, because everyone knows, the source material is way better than all the adaptations. Great job to Telltale though. You guys really kicked ass with this one. Like I said in one of the other videos that was in the series, I really don't think that Telltale deserved to get shut down. I think that Telltale they did a great job, I think. They have done nothing but pump out good games despite what people think. Because I know people think, oh, we don't get enough choices, blah, blah, blah. Well, you don't get enough choices in anything. Except for maybe those, like, Goosebumps books. I don't know if you guys remember them. From, like, way long ago. Where you, man, I'm trying to... Wait, if I rewind, does that mean I have to start all over again? Okay, I want to go back to... I'm gonna go back to this. And then... Yeah, let's do this. Let's go to save file 2.
Did Toad say who was there? Was it the woodsman?
I don't know, it's possible. Whoever it was, it didn't seem like Toad was happy to see him.
Well, maybe Prince Lawrence can wait.
Yeah, he didn't see him. He could use some help, too.
Well, where to first?
So we're gonna go to Lawrence's place first, and then we're gonna stop him from killing himself.
You think he did it? What's her husband's name?
Lawrence. Prince Lawrence.
We need to tell him about his wife. He deserves to know.
You're right. And Toad's a tough... Toad. He can probably handle himself for a few hours.
We'll have to.
I don't want to stay here any longer than we have to, so let's just pick an approach and stick to it, okay? Just humor me.
When the magic mirror showed me this apartment, I think I saw a knife inside. Covered in what looked like blood.
But yeah,
I wasn't expecting that.
I think the game was great.
Well,
that was
like
good.
I said, let's not overcomplicate things. You can question him while I look around for it.
And if he objects?
We're here on official Fabletown business, and we can be persuasive if necessary. Or you
Why
can.
is Snow White always like in mayoral positions? Like that's what happened in Once Upon a Time, I think. She was the mayor, right? Or she was like she was in some leadership position. I think she was.
Lawrence, you in there?
I think she was the mayor Once Upon a Time, and I'm pretty sure she was the mayor in I'm pretty sure she was the mayor in Sisters Grimm, the Sisters Grimm, and then also wasn't. Well, she was the mayor in this too. Like, she's always in leadership positions. I think that's a little odd. Like,
all right.
Well,
try
I guess
this
she
out.
wasn't technically mayor. She was
Guess
deputy
we're
mayor
out
at
of
the end of the
options.
game. But still.
Come on, help me up.
Alright, we're gonna make this quick, and we're gonna keep him from shooting himself, if we can. And if not, we're just gonna go to Toad's.
Oh god. We're too late. That makes 2 Fables dead. We need to figure out what the hell is going on.
Yeah, we finished that relatively quickly.
Who would
The other
do
one was
this to
4
him?
hours. And the one before, when we only did one episode, was 2 hours. We finished this one in less than 3 hours. So, I mean, it doesn't hurt to go back to do all these other options, I guess. Let's do this. And then get the bed. I thought that fly was on my actual TV. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Stuck to the bed a little. My dearest Faith, I never meant to hurt you, and I cannot endure knowing that I have. This was for the best. I'll see you again. Love, your devoted Lawrence.
I should know his face. There are so few of us. I should know his face.
Yo, that
Oh my god,
tripped
Bigby,
me
he's
out
alive.
the first time I saw that, him blinking.
What? What are you doing here?
Let's get you back up.
Oh. What are you doing here? What's going on?
We found you here, in your chair with what we thought was a fatal injury. We should call Swinehart, have him take a look at you.
Wait a second on that, Snow. You know who I am?
Yes.
Good. I have a few questions.
What? What's this about?
What happened?
I don't know. Shit. I shot myself in the heart. Thought I'd be dead by now.
That's not your heart, buddy.
Fucking hell.
Your heart's actually a little more to the center. Probably had a lung.
Great.
That's hilarious.
At least, that's how I think it happened. Things are a little fuzzy. Thought it was a bad dream.
Why did you do it, Lawrence?
I did it because I was ashamed. I couldn't live with myself, knowing I had done that to her. I did what I could to keep her away.
but she still worries about me. She comes by, makes sure I'm okay. I'm a fucking burden. I'm useless. I don't want her to have to worry about me anymore.
She's better off without me being here to drag her down. She deserves that. She's been through a lot. I just wish I could have done better by her. She's always been there for me.
I'm sorry to inform you that your wife has been killed.
No. No. No, no, no. I knew this would happen.
I'm sorry. I am. But I'm gonna need you to help me find whoever did this. So you need to try and remember anything that could possibly help us.
Fucking Georgie.
Lawrence,
Do you?
Alright. Alright, this is it. This is it.
Let's see who it is.
No, wait.
Because I did not notice him with the gun the first time around. And also I decided while watching this, I'm not gonna do all this again on stream. I'll probably go back afterwards and try and get all the entries for the book. I don't want you guys to...
Bigby will arrest them.
You guys probably don't want to watch all that anyways, so
Your wife.
I'm just gonna do that on my own time. Once we get this done, I'll close things and then we'll just leave it at that. Should have taken the gun. It's right about here that he has the gun. Right here.
Hey! Stay here.
No!
Wait.
Hey! Stop! Leave me alone!
Whatever. I don't even care right now. I cannot be bothered. It's the left one. Big boy trying to fit through a window.
Hey!
Ease up, Bigby. We're on the same side here.
You son of a bitch. Make me run after you. Why did you run?
What?
Why did you run?
Fuck, man. Because you chased after me. The fuck was I supposed to do? You're looking for the woodsman, right? My employer is looking to ask him a few questions too.
deserved.
Come on. Dumb. Dumb? Yeah, it is. Look, it'd be much easier for you
No, I'm D. He's dumb.
Boom. Okay. Well, that didn't exactly go the way I thought it would. I thought that maybe that saved Lawrence, but that's okay. Hey, it did something. Look at that. Okay. Well, I guess it did go how I hoped it would. Well, I guess this concludes the Wolf Among Us series. Thank you for everyone who has watched them. If you did enjoy watching me play, I also have another Twitch channel, which is Me and the Boys. We have a YouTube channel, which is where this is going to be posted. It's called BLS Plays. Look us up on Twitch. If you cannot find that channel, there's gonna be a link for it on my channel right here on Twitch or right here on YouTube, depending on where you're watching this from. Go check it out. We do different games. At the moment, we are in the middle of Pokemon Fire Red, and this is the original one. We are playing it through GameCube, through the Game Boy Advance adapter, and it's like I said, it's original. I think it's a pretty nice touch to playing Fire Red. I know a lot of people use emulators when they play it, just because that's not really a viable option as much as it used to be. It's different time. We're kind of advanced beyond that point right now, but I mean, I have a VCR, so I guess I like holding on to things. We are also in the middle of doing The Pit currently, Into the Pit. That's Scott Cawthon, however you say it. The guy that made Five Nights at Freddy's. That's his newest entry into the Five Nights at Freddy's universe. Yeah, if you like if you've enjoyed this playthrough, if you liked the videos, go ahead and I don't know, give us a. I'm not gonna say subscribe if you're on Twitch. You don't have to do that. You can go ahead and give us a follow. If you really like it, I guess you could give it a subscription, but you don't have to. I would say if you do like it on YouTube, give it a like and a follow. Again, if you did enjoy it, make sure to follow our other channel on Twitch. It's BLS Plays. Listen, I think that all the channels except for my solo channel on Twitch are linked everywhere on all these channels. So if you are interested in seeing more, go ahead and follow them. See where that link takes you. That's gonna do it for this series. Hope you all enjoyed this game as much as I did. I thought it was great. I think at this point I might do another Telltale game. I have multiple. I have both of the Tales from the Borderlands games on Xbox, so I might do those. I really enjoyed the first one. It's got some really touching moments, not touchy. I also have the Batman one on my computer. My friend and moderator, Alien, she got that one for me. It was on my wish list. Shout out to you. yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. I'll see you next time.